Hello class, we're about to start lesson 7, expressions and calculator skills. I'm not going to go through everything that is stated here from the calculator because we're going to show that as we're going through the problems. But as I read here, it says when you take the GED mathematical reasoning test, you may use either a handheld or an online version of a scientific calculator, the TI-30XS Multiview, to use on the second part of the test items. This calculator, like most scientific calculator, uses algebraic logic, which means that it follows the order of operations that you saw on page 324. So that's good to know that when you enter something into your calculator, no matter how long it is, it will follow the order of operations. Now, it says here that basically it says if let me see. All right. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to go to the next page and we're going to go through step by step on how to use the calculator because we actually did this here on lesson 6. I think it was the second part of lesson 6 where we were doing substitution with these values. So what I'm going to do, since we already did this, I'm only going to do 5 problems from problems 1 through 20 so that you will have 5 examples of how to put this in a calculator. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write the problems out. I'm going to substitute, and then I'm going to put them in the calculator so you can see them. And then we would do the last few problems after that. So now, let me determine which problems that I want to do. I know I definitely want to do problem number 2. So let me write out problem number 2. We have this, it says find the value of the square root of 7x plus 2x to the nearest tenth when x is 5. So this here we have x is 5. So we substitute in 5 for x. Now remember I told you to put that in parentheses. Okay, now that we did this, we could put this in the calculator. Guess I'll be moving the calculator over here. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Okay, so we need square root, so we press second and the x squared key, that will give you the square root. Then we hit the number 7, the open parenthesis, number 5, close the parenthesis. Now, we have to get, because if you notice, as we're typing this in, this square root is getting longer. So you have to press the right arrow key to come from under this square root, because we want to do the plus 2, open parenthesis, 5, close the parenthesis, and press enter. Now, if you notice, we have the square root of 35 plus 10. We got to press this toggle button. And then it tells us to round to the nearest tenth. So it'll just be 15.9 would be your final answer. Okay, next, we're going to do problem number 4. Problem number 4, it says, what is the value of 1/2 x plus 15 when x is 3? Now we substitute in 3 for x. And remember, we put that in a parenthesis. So now we clear this out. We'll put n over d. We have 1, down arrow 2, right arrow. And then we will put the parenthesis 3 and then plus 15. Press enter and it gave us a fraction, but number 4, I'm going to have to check and see if number 4 has us writing that as, yes, it has us writing this as a mixed number. So what we could do is we'll press second, and then this x10 to the n, and press enter. So it'd be 16 and a half. Okay, the next problem, as I said, I would do 5 of these. Let's see which one is a little bit more extensive. I think I would want to do number 12. Let's look at number 12. Now, of course, we would do more of these in class than what I'm doing here, but for right now, we're going to do number 12. It says, what is the value of x squared minus 7 times 3 minus y plus 4? Now we're going to substitute in 5 for x, and then for y, we're going to substitute in 4. Now we can put this in our calculator. So we have parentheses 5 squared, and then minus 7, then parentheses 3 minus, open parenthesis, 4. And then as you see, we have a double close parenthesis plus 4. Press enter. Your answer here is 36. Now, let me see, that's 3 problems. I think what I want to do is do problem number 16 next. Okay, problem 16, we have x times 25 plus 2x minus y over negative z. And they tell us that for 16, they tell us x is negative 3, y is 4, and z is negative 1. So we substitute these values in, negative 3 for x. And we put that in a parenthesis, and y is 4. Put that in a parenthesis all over z, which would be negative 1. And we still put that in a parenthesis. So now, we put this in our calculator. Still would do n over d. And then you would just type what you see. We have negative 3, close the parenthesis, open parenthesis, 25 plus 2, parenthesis, negative 3, close the parenthesis, minus, parenthesis 4, double close parenthesis, press the down arrow, you hit the negative, open parenthesis, negative 1, close the parenthesis, press enter. It gives you negative 45. Okay, next problem. I think I want to do 20. All right, so this will be our 5 here for 20. We have x plus y, x minus y, and 2x plus y. When x is 9 and y is 4. So we substitute. We have 9 plus 4. Then we have 9 minus 4 times 2 times 9 plus 4. And now we will put this in our calculator as we see it. Now there's a lot of parentheses here, but still we can handle it. Double open parenthesis 9, close the parenthesis, plus open parenthesis, 4, and then double close parenthesis. Now a double open parenthesis, 9, close parenthesis, minus open parenthesis, 4, double close parenthesis, open parenthesis, 2, and then open parenthesis 9, close the parenthesis, plus, open parenthesis, 4, double close parenthesis. Press enter. It's 1,430. And that is it. Now, we look down here at these other problems. It says choose the one best answer to each problem. Okay, 21. It says Jake has to buy enough fencing to enclose the rectangular garden shown above. The formula for finding the perimeter of or distance around a rectangle is perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, where P is the perimeter, L is the length, and W is the width. Using the values from the drawing, what is the perimeter in meters of the garden? Okay. So with 21, if you notice here, we have P is equal to 2L, I'll put a capital L, plus 2W. Okay, so that's 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now they tell us here that the width is 5.6 and the length is 12.5, and both of them are in meters. So we substitute. We have the perimeter is equal to 2 times the length, which is 12.5, plus 2 times the width, which is 5.6. Now, if we do this perimeter, 2 times 12.5 is 25, plus 2 times 5.6 is 11.2. So this would be 36.2 meters, which is B. Okay, so now we come here to 22. It says if x is -5 and y is 2, which of the following expressions has the greatest value? So we would have to basically do trial and error here. Okay, so with trial and error, but some of these we might be able to weed out by trial and error. Because listen, a positive x plus y, well, you know what, no. Let's just do it step by step. So we had x plus y for a. So then we would take -5 plus 2. -5 plus 2 is -3. Now for b, we have the opposite of x, which is the opposite of -5 plus 2. The opposite of -5 is 5 plus 2 is 7. So far B is winning out. This was A and this was B. So far B is winning out. Now we go to C. We will have -5 for X and then Y is 2, which is -10. So we know C is out. So now we go to D. So now we have -2 times -5 times 2. So now we have an even amount of negative. This is all multiplication. Negative times a negative is positive. So 2 times 5 is 10 times 2 is 20. So our answer here would be D. So D would be the answer. Okay, now for 23, it says what is the value of the expression? So we had 2 divided by x to the -4 power. Okay, now they tell us x is 2. So basically this is 2 divided by 2 to the -4 power. So now what we could do, we could just put this in our calculator. Let's grab our calculator. And we could take 2 divided by, and then we have parentheses, 2 close the parenthesis, we'll press this exponent key and type in -4. And we'll press enter, and it gave us 32. So our answer here is 32, which is A. Okay, now that finishes up 7, and I will upload this to YouTube, and have a nice day.